This is To Be Announced Now, a pop culture podcast reviewing Mission Impossible 5, Fallen Skies, and Smite, the Xbox One version. And maybe just a few jokes too. Someone give me a sign off!
Thanks.
Get over here! Hadouken! It's me, Mario!
Hi and welcome to our first podcast. I'm Gavin.
My name is Xander,
My name's Kieran. And I'm Mick.
and we are here today to talk about lots of pop culture things. And this is basically what our podcast is. We will be talking about films, TV, games, manga.
Anime.
Yeah, and if you have any suggestions ever, then just give us some
Tweet at TBA_now.
TBA_now.
TBA_now. TBA_now.
So
That's on Twitter, by the way.
that is on Twitter.
Just in case you're thinking it's on MySpace.
This week, it's been a new Mission Impossible film that we're going to be talking about. Gavin, you're going to be talking about Fallen Skies.
Yes, I am.
And also, we're talking about Smite, the game for the Xbox One, which everybody's played.
Everybody's played it.
Everybody has played it.
Xbox on. Xbox on. Xbox on. Xbox on. There we go.
So, this one is Fallen Skies. This week, Gavin and Kieran both watched Fallen Skies. However, I have never seen it, and probably now will never see it.
Because it's the last season.
It's the last season, so...
There's always time for improvement.
Well, yeah. I mean, I did watch The Wire after it was out, but I think Fallen Skies is with The Wire. So I probably won't be watching it. So Xander is probably signing off until I want to ask some questions to clarify some things with Gavin and Kieran. But from now, here's Gavin and Kieran with some information on Fallen Skies.
Okay, right. On this episode of Fallen Skies, we see Tom Mason waking up in a strange room. There's a woman tending to him after his little scuffle with Pope. Now,
Pope.
It's not the Pope.
The
no.
actual Pope.
John
Pope.
John Pope.
Yes.
The second.
The convict.
The guy with the hat.
No. With his little scuffle with John Pope. Now, I call it a little scuffle because it was... this episode, to me, wasn't at all relevant to the storyline of the actual show.
I feel the same. Yeah, it was more filler than anything. Which, there is that one episode in every season where it's a nice little break from all the action.
I mean, the only real thing that we can actually say about this show that if nobody's seen it at the moment, or if you're waiting to see it, the spoiler alert, sorry, the VOM were using a tracking device to find the Ishveni's communication device,
Right.
which if you watch the show,
And I don't.
which you don't, there's with the Ishveni, they're the bad guys.
Right.
And the VOM, they're the good aliens.
Right.
Right. The VOM only came into Fallen Skies last season. To help the human race fight the Ishveni.
Right.
Which seems a bit convenient, like, to be fair.
Weren't the VOM a former victim of
They
the
were.
Ishveni?
They've been fighting them for a long time, they said.
Anyway,
Off track a little bit. The only sort of thing that you can take away from this episode is that they found an Ishveni communication device, so they know, or they will know, what they're planning to do in Washington DC.
Which, does that even matter? Because there's communication where these overlords who are bad guys, they use telekinetic abilities to talk to each other, by gathering a clump of dirt and staring into it really intensely. So
It's like my iPhone.
yeah, so how, if they have that, yeah, it's all good, you'll know the plans, but, that's something only the overlords can use, so they could just change their plans at a moment's notice.
Mm-hmm.
So even then, the episode was a bit of a sham.
Yeah.
To, give us this whole victory, but it wasn't a victory at the end of the day.
So, like, was it... Because obviously I haven't seen it. This is the 3 episodes to go, did you say?
Yeah.
So,
Roughly, yeah.
does it feel like it's gearing up to, like some massive
See,
climax? Or...
obviously,
What
you don't know... you don't know Fallen Skies. That's the premise of the actual show.
What?
Usually it's the first episode, a little bit of a carry on from the last season.
Right.
Maybe action packed, maybe not so much. Which was the season wasn't so much action packed. The first episode was
Not really, no.
but that's the whole premise of the show. They just run up to the actual climax of the show, and it's usually the last 2 episodes of the show is where you get the final.
So what you're telling me is,
Yeah.
I could just watch the last 2 episodes of every series,
and you'll probably
and
get
I'll be fine.
you'll probably get the gist of the show, yeah.
But you probably wouldn't know the characters and what they've been through and why they behave in that manner. Like John Pope, he goes full cue ball nut and shaves his head.
Like Krillin.
Like Britney Spears. Shaves his head, kidnaps people. Basically Britney Spears on a good day. And that's that's because, spoiler alert, he loses possibly like one of the only women that's actually liked him.
Which was the episode before. I mean, if to be fair, for some of these last ever series, I would want to make it go out with a bang.
As dramatic as possible.
As dramatic as possible, to put as much effort into it as possible, not to fizzle off like it seems to be doing now.
So it's called Fallen Skies, yeah, and it's sci-fi, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. And is it more in this sort of role of like Lost sci-fi, or is it more sort of
it's
like
more
X-Files, or
No, it's more like
Star Wars
sci-fi.
full on
right.
aliens,
Geeky alien.
aliens?
Yeah.
But the thing is, like with the aliens as well, I mean, the easiest way to solve the problem is with a hot lead lobotomy. Straight bullet to the brain.
Yeah, it's more like Independence Day aliens.
Yeah.
That's sci-fi.
They do, like, the
It's
Ishveni
more
kind of look
cinematic.
like them.
Yeah.
So the Second Mass, Tom Mason's group, where they're named after a very prominent group during the American Civil War.
So is the whole thing essentially, for someone who hasn't ever seen it, a bit of an allegory for the Civil War, the War of Independence, whichever war it is that you're thinking?
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah. It is what...
an invading force comes to threaten America, and America fights back. But this whole invasion...
Is there a Pearl Harbor moment?
Kind of, but it's the other way around. I'd say where...
They're going after them.
Yeah, last season, the humans...
A nuclear bomb on Japan.
Yeah, like last season, the humans had this what they call beamers, the aliens, which is basically an alien plane, and they flew it straight into an Ishveni power source on the moon and just blew everything up.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Right. So what's the big reason that the humans hate the aliens then?
Because they were invading and they were killing.
Yeah, so what happened? What was
season one?
Okay,
season one.
I'll let you do it.
Kidnap kids.
Yeah.
Okay.
Season 2, find out they're using the kids for a slave labour force.
Okay, so far, so Michael Jackson.
Yeah. Season 3, they get the kids back. However, they start taking parents now.
Why specifically did they take the kids and that?
Because they were more susceptible to the
mind control
So
and the back brace that
that's
they actually get put
more
on them.
like the Hitler Youth than the
Yeah.
Nazis.
Yeah.
Well,
Sort of-
that kind of comes into play in season 4.
Yeah.
A Hitler Youth
It
kind
does,
of ideal.
yeah.
But yeah, season 3, they start taking not elderly, but older people than children. And you find out during the end of season 4, it's to change them into skitters.
Skitters are
Or
like
the
the
fancy, like
grunts.
the slang word for
Ah,
Ishveni.
they're like grunts.
So a bunch of grunts.
Yeah.
Bunch of grunts.
So they use these people, change them into skitterized humans.
And when you say that they changed them.
Mm-hmm.
They put them in a pod. The
Yeah.
pod releases acids that give them an exoskeleton,
Right.
like the Ishveni have, and basically changes them into them.
Right. Okay.
And then
Told you it was very geeky sci-fi.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Season 4 also, the Hitler Youth ideology is put into brainwashed teens,
Saying that the Ishveni are good guys, they're not bad guys, they're there to
Right.
help.
and they had this whole like PowerPoint slide where it was like, pictures of kids hugging these like disgusting aliens.
Whenever I'm brainwashed, I know it's always a PowerPoint slide that ever gets me on that.
And they were, these kids were dressed basically similar to the Hitler Youth. You had, the
Army
boys in
brat
shirts,
uniform,
shorts,
mustaches.
yeah, that kind of thing.
Go with me, officer. I need to show you something in the cave. I just need to scan in first, though.
Welcome back, Mr. Wayne.
What? Wait, what did that say?
I think it said my password's Bane.
No, I think it said your name's Wayne.
I think it said I can fly the plane.
No, still pretty sure it said Wayne.
I think it said that I got a package from Jane.
Oh, are you Bruce Wayne?
No. It said, just go with me, will you?
Then season 5, which is the last season, Tom Mason's daughter, who was infected by it,
From season 4.
was infected by an Ishveni, and that kind of created tensions. And because this leader of this great kind of human rebel force had a daughter who was an alien.
Alien hybrid.
Well, alien hybrid.
Right.
I know it's a lot, but people out there, people that know Fallen Skies will get all this.
They'll know what we're talking about. And respect to those people.
Yes. Much respect.
Will them people be happy with this episode?
To be fair, they won't be happy with this episode.
It depends what type of person they are, though. Because
I mean,
we like story and stuff, and this kind of like took us out of it because there's been a lot of action, but that action's come with an equal amount of story.
Yeah.
And this kind of like rips you straight out of that.
It does.
So there was just action, no story, or?
There was about 5 minutes of story.
Right.
The rest of it,
the whole of it was just a break from the actual.
So just running around the screen.
Action, yeah. It was just a break from the actual main story.
Because
It didn't feel like it was part of the.
Yeah.
No.
I know as a viewer that
I mean, the only way that you can take the only thing that you sort of can take away from it is the Tom Mason character, where at the beginning of the season, he was having visions of this woman, and it was his wife, his dead wife.
Rebecca
Turns out it's an alien,
Alien.
that's giving him these visions, and he was saying that you need to use the rage inside of you.
Right.
So the only way that
Go home.
yeah.
it might
pretty
be a
much.
Red Lantern.
You need to use that rage inside you to win this war. Now, in this episode, he wasn't using his rage at all. He was more back to Tom Mason from season 1 and 2. You know what I mean? So I think
after people that
looking after people rather than using them
Being
as
a
a
martyr.
pawn
Right.
in is greater good, is what he used to
They're
say.
great,
So, I mean, the character development there, I mean, he's come back to the scene Tom Mason that we used to know from the first seasons.
So it's looping round for an end game.
Yeah, which I think,
Yeah.
I don't know if he might.
See,
To be honest with you, I think because have you gone on to what they've been using a lot through these episodes, people saying that Tom Mason has been using everybody else for the greater good except for him. So a prediction, maybe happen, maybe not happen. I think Tom Mason will sacrifice himself at the end of the actual
but
series.
that's the thing from season 4. He was willing to sacrifice himself,
He did, yeah.
but then his, hybrid daughter stopped him from doing that. So everybody's saying Tom's not going to use himself, but he was more than willing to. So it's Tom. I mean,
So to be fair, it is Tom, but up until this point, he hasn't been the same Tom.
Which
You know
I
what I
believe
mean?
they infected him with something because
You get-
before he starts seeing these visions, he gets bit by this like
metal
bug that's
metal
like
bug.
part, Ishveni, part Rome, part human.
It's got human eyes, the bug. It's a bit
Yeah.
disgusting, like.
That's
It's
unreal.
zoomed
Yeah.
in on it and everything, and you see it darting about.
Yeah. It's a tiny little like fly insect.
And he's the only person who gets stuck with this bug, and then he becomes this very angry person. So I believe they kind of made him a sleeper agent and used the word rage as his trigger.
Maybe, but as I said, like a prediction for the end of the actual season, I reckon Tom's gonna be killing himself
Yeah.
off for the greater good.
The greater good.
See, that's the only way I see this ending. It all started with Tom Mason and his family and stuff, and if he doesn't die, like I want him to die, and maybe one of his kids.
Wow.
No, I mean
Which one?
his youngest one.
The whiny
That is
one.
proper
Yeah,
Twitter
no,
troll hate
no,
that.
no,
I
that's-
want you to
the
die.
only
I
reason
want your
is-
kids to
The
die.
only reason is he's my age, and so he's like my arch,
7.
like he's my arch rival. He's basically my Gary Oak, and I will find him, and I will. This is looking at you, Maximum Night. I will. Me and you.
That's how
15 minutes right now. Me
That's
and
how
you. Fly private.
5
helicopter.
3-minute rounds.
I will fight you. I'll go Ronda Rousey on you and just
Ronda
end it in-
Rousey, yo.
Just the only reason I want one of his like children to die in the story is because he's no
Spoiler alert.
yeah no because he's always looked after them, and it'd be just interesting to see like I want one of his kids to die before he dies, so it's like it justifies what he's doing. He's like one of my people, which one of his kids has died. His hybrid daughter, she killed herself obviously, so that will add to it
She
because then
sacrificed herself instead of Tom.
yeah, so that's added to the story. He'll have lost 2 people close to him, 3 if you count his wife, and then
Why
he'll
wouldn't you count
understand-
your rounds as
No,
well?
but like it's been
That
3,
was like
4 years.
before like he joined the
right,
army
before,
and
yeah.
stuff. It was when it actually came to the invasion.
The first
That's
like
right.
initial invasion.
Mm.
So he would have lost all these people, and he would have been like, look, because he has this thing now called the Mason Militia, which is a united group of like rebels throughout the entire planet fighting back against the aliens.
Which this is the only time you've heard of any other person on Earth fighting back. It's just been the Americans that has been able to fight back.
Exactly.
But this is you've heard now that there's
Yeah.
they've got
The like radio signal.
yeah, they've got a scanner for the planet and stuff like that, and they're picking up other little militias everywhere around the world and around
So
America.
I want it to be like last couple of minutes of the show, Roma broadcasting. Tom Mason's gonna he's been stabbed or something. He's bleeding out heavily. He's gonna die anyway. So he's gonna blow some big like Ishveni thing up, and he's broadcasting. He's like, we've worked hard over these 3-4 years.
Uh-huh.
Keep going at it. We've almost dragged them back. Work with the vote, not against them. And
and he goes, Daddy, no!
yeah, and then he just blows everything up. One big last, epic speech, and then, maybe 8 years from now, and it's like you see his kids and they have kids, and the old decrepit
It will be
Maps and stuff
it
in
will be
cities.
nice to see how they're actually going to end this, and actually if they will give you a bit of closure on what happens next.
I feel like it's one of the seasons, one of the only TV shows that has drived a constant story.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Because Prison Break, that story was break out of prison once, break out of prison twice, steal something, and then break out of prison again. Whereas this, it's been fight against them, and
And
I
it's been
think
pretty constant. Yeah.
yeah,
it was-
it's the only alien TV series that's probably out there at the moment.
that's been one enemy, one.
One enemy, one
Through the entire series.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Because if I'm thinking sci-fi, I'm thinking Buffy the Vampire.
But Buffy's not
Wow.
really sci-fi. That's more horror.
Yeah, but Buffy's got vampires. She's got
Yeah.
demons. She's
But-
got.
It's like Supernatural though. Supernatural's been going for 10 seasons, 200 episodes,
Hmm.
and they fought angels, demons, the devil himself,
Yeah.
hellhounds. They fought all this. It's been fine, Dad, close the gates of hell, get Dean back, that kind of thing.
So this is the 5th series.
Fifth
Uh-huh.
series, I feel like
So-
that's right for it as well.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think that was pre-planned, or do you think because they haven't really deviated a lot. Like with you said, Supernatural. I know I've only seen a few episodes of Supernatural.
Keeping it fresh. You mean?
Yeah. Well, at first, it was just them two, and it was their little things. And then it got bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas what you're saying here is the threat is being the same the entire time.
Yeah.
Has it just been that it's been too?
Well, people are
stale?
getting people are getting sick and tired of trying to fight the Ishveni.
I don't think it's
Exactly,
got there
yeah.
because in season 1, the Ishveni had these big giant mechs that were used to season 2 even.
Mexicans.
Like giant robots that were used to
Oh,
hunt
they
people
had
down
like
and kill them. Yeah,
Oh yeah.
like they were used to hunt down and kill them. They knocked one of those down eventually and turned it into bullets, which were the only thing that could fight them.
And shoot
So-
and kill the other mechs.
So
Oh,
they
right, I see.
eventually, a couple seasons later, the Ishveni had new, faster, smaller mechs that were used.
When did that come out? What year did that come out then? The season 2.
Season 1, season 2, 5 years ago, 4 years ago.
It sounds, I mean, a little bit like in Avatar, where it's like the unobtainium. And that's the
Yeah.
only thing that you can
Yeah.
use
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
to.
But
Like,
will you find that with sci-fi films or sci-fi programs
Yeah,
anyway?
there's
They'll
always
come up with their
little
own
nods.
sort of science behind what's being used in the program. You know what I mean? It's prime examples. Doctor Who, he just waffles on about
Wibbly wobbly timey wimey.
There you go. Part of wibbly wobbly timey wimey things.
You know,
You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
you'll find that in every sci-fi that they will come up with their own science.
Yeah.
To back their premise, to back their view on the actual program.
but yeah, it's not being stale because it's become a different thing each season. Like there was one season they were putting a prisoner of war camp, and Tom became a kind of vigilante and fought the aliens. But then there was another season where they were in a school the entire time and they were going out and collecting supplies and bolstering the numbers for the army.
Right.
So it's only now,
Yeah, like
towards the end, you
the-
see an army.
Second season is when they were underground and they actually saw the army first. There was an army.
in,
Remember that?
Oh God, where was it?
Charleston. Sorry.
That's it. Which was a big
USA
city.
or England?
USA, which was a big city in either the War of Independence or Civil War.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Charlestown.
It was the Civil War.
I'm probably gonna get
What?
absolutely shredded by American
Yeah,
people.
well,
here.
wasn't
Sorry.
it?
I think
Wait,
it's
Dave,
Charlestown,
wasn't it the War of
Missouri?
Independence?
Or
Because
Mississippi.
wasn't it in Boston? Because
They're
Boston,
by New York, like where they started.
yeah,
It was New
because
York.
Boston is Fallout 4's location, and I'm pretty sure Charlestown is in Fallout 4.
I love that we all know our history from films and games.
No, just like that's Fallout 4. I know Fallout
Okay.
4. Fallout is what I know.
That would make sense. I think if it's be the War of Independence, then if it's Boston.
I had one little thing. Hashtag, where's Pope?
Yeah, because
Where's Pope?
the episode before it ends, spoilers, you know, Tom shoots Pope. Pope's got a huge gash on his face,
Yeah.
you know, bleeding quite heavily, and he's like, you know, I want him dead, so go find him. But this episode, we see nothing of Mr. Jonathan Pope.
Hashtag, where's John Pope at? Okay, so what's your predictions for the last sort of episodes?
Last episode, I think,
Or the next episode?
the next episode, I want Pope back. I want there to be a kind of scope on what the Ishvenis have planned,
Uh-huh.
because this is what we've all been trying to find out for season 5. What are they planning? What's going to happen? I want that to kind of be revealed, because there was this one bit in the series where they're like, oh yeah, we found this big site where Ishveni are coming from. They go there and it looks like they're crawling out of tanks, like being genetically made.
Yeah.
I was expecting it to be a giant kind of queen or hive. That's
Or
you know,
even a big machine,
yeah,
like 3D printing them out, you
yeah.
know what I mean?
That's what I was kind of expecting. Something big and fantastic, but it was little like
Vats,
and
just
vats.
yeah.
Kind of like what ice cream's made in. Yeah. So
So Kieran, you want Scope and Pope.
scope, Pope, and you know.
Gavin, what do you want from it?
Yeah, pretty much the same, but I want a lot more action. I want them to go out with a big bang, you know what I mean? I really want them
Well, like
to...
Sheldon and Leonard.
Yeah, pretty much. I want them to go out with like some form of dignity. I've been a fan of the show from like day one. Never missed an episode. So I want them to actually.
Isn't there?
I don't know. I want them to actually surprise us.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
They shouldn't make it as straightforward as like we've been saying.
Yeah.
I mean, the whole thing with Tom
I do
himself.
think Tom will sacrifice himself.
Tom needs to die, but like it'd be much more interesting if someone turns around and shoots him in the head.
Or Pope just comes to the senses and he sacrifices himself instead.
Yeah, Pope becomes the hero, and like 8 years down the line, they erect a massive statue of him.
Yeah,
Pope hero, that kind of thing.
Okay, come back next week to have a little review on the latest episode, and let's see how it's playing out.
So, to be announced in film news today, Channing Tatum leaves Gambit, and then he comes back. He never actually left. Chris Pine as Steve Trevor, love interest for Wonder Woman? ? To be announced, Tom Cruise, Edge of Tomorrow 2, Top Gun 2, and Jack Reacher 2. Is he now doing sequels? Mission Impossible 6, 2016 production start. Jenna Malone as Barbara Gordon or Carrie Kelly. Chris Pratt and Channing Tatum for Ghostbusters original. Live action Naruto film to be done by Lionsgate.
Hope you get it right.
Deadmau5 wants to score a live action Minecraft movie.
Hey, I'm Generic Green Frog here. I've just got a kill on Call of Duty. I've got a positive KD ratio. Yay!
First things first. Why?
Are we doing a spoiler warning before saying the plot at MI5?
No spoilers.
Hashtag spoiler alert.
Hashtag.
That's the only way it's Essex.
Oh, get up.
So, MI5. First of all, why is it not called MI5? It's a spy film. It's the 5th film of a Mission Impossible. The first one was called MI1, MI2, MI3, and then it went to Mission Impossible.
Because there is
Ghost Protocol, and then now it's Rogue Nation. Why not go MI5?
Because you can't have MI4 because there is an actual organisation called MI4 and MI5. It's the British Secret Service.
Is it like Windows when they skip from 8 to 10?
Yeah, pretty much.
No one mentioned it.
Well, they can't be that secret if you know the name.
It's called 789.
Do you know what they do?
Secret Service.
I'm proud of that.
So is my 6-year-old child.
I'm proud of that. So MI5.
Why is it not called
Rogue
MI5?
Nation. Yeah.
Because there was, there is.
Yeah, but there's also a Postman Pat and a post office, but they both linger in the same stratosphere.
No, but the real question is there a Secret Service movie about MI5?
Yeah.
But if it was a secret, you wouldn't know.
Austin Powers.
Because if there isn't, then that title's still there for the taking.
You can't use it.
Either that or Tom Cruise lost count after a while.
Can you copyright an organisation?
Tom Cruise can count. He can count up to 10. He's got 10 fingers.
I think we've proven he can't. He got to 3 and then stopped.
That is a fact. That is an indisputable fact.
Damn it, Jake, it's your fault.
Maybe they took Tom Cruise to design the new Windows.
Windows 10.
Just saying.
10's better than 7, damn it!
Where's 9? I want 9!
I'm so excited! I'm so excited!
9! Oh, wrong speech.
Mr. Alan Jobs, we want to.
Recruited directly by Alan Jobs.
I forgot about Alan Jobs.
If we get pulled up for that joke, just say, it's one less than 1,000.
It is.
Yeah.
And also, it's an emergency call.
Exactly. We're spreading the word here. We're saving lives.
I forever call Tom Cruise when I'm in an emergency. Every time I'm in an emergency. just ring because he's running all the time. He's
Yeah.
gonna be by. It's like the Flash.
Would it not be easier to call Nick instead? Because he's always behind Tom Cruise, and then
Yeah.
he could shout at Tom, and
And
we could both show
I
up.
actually know you, but Tom Cruise doesn't, so
Yeah, but I want to get to know Tom Cruise.
he doesn't want to get to know you, unfortunately.
No.
I heard him say that.
Why don't you go on a
Is it
cruise
cool?
with Tom Cruise?
What type
That-
of
that-
cruise?
that
joke-
that
or,
joke was
uh,
happening.
Whoa,
You go
whoa,
cruising
whoa.
with Tom Cruise on a cruise.
I'd be cruising for a bruiser, I think.
Fight Club.
Hashtag Brad Pitt.
Tom Cruise is starring the second Fight Club, confirmed here.
Do you know, there is a
I
Fight
need a
Club-
second. I confirm it.
There is a Fight Club too,
Go on.
but it's only a comic book. The guy, Chuck Palahniuk, I
Chuck
think his
Liddell?
name is. He's got a weird last name, Chuck Palahniuk.
Right.
I've read a few of his books.
What else did he write?
Have you ever seen
Weird.
Choke? That was a film. About a guy who
Oh yeah.
fakes choking in a restaurant to get people to save him.
Alright.
And his theory is that once someone saved your life, they've got gratitude towards you, they love you, and you use that to try and rinse money out of them,
I'll see this.
I think.
I
It's
think
been
we
a
should-
while since I've seen that.
I think we should periscope that, go out and actually do it, and see if anyone saves our lives.
Maybe. I don't think
Not
so.
a bad film.
I think we should do that, and hopefully Tom Cruise will come.
Someone
You
call
can Tom
Tom
Cruise
Cruise.
rescue you. And then
He'll have so
Tom
much
Cruise
he
money.
would
needs
like
to know,
you, get
yeah.
to know you.
He'll invite you onto a cruise to
Yeah.
cruise around in his car, also
Yeah.
named Tom.
He's got a car called Tom.
Why
Has he also
not?
got a tank engine?
You would have to get in shape though to keep up with all the running he does.
That's true. I mean, maybe I could get a
You could put him on a
Segway.
treadmill and he wouldn't actually go anywhere. But
Like
he's
a
still-
hamster?
Yeah, hamster wheel.
yeah,
Hamster
hamster wheel
ball.
even.
Would that
Hamster
not
wheel
solve?
balls.
Would that not solve the
Wheel
power
ball.
crisis?
The ball would still move, wouldn't it?
This will solve the power crisis by having Tom Cruise run on a treadmill. He
Almost
can power the
like
entire world.
Man, that's so rich. He doesn't pay for electricity.
We
Just put a
have
scenery
solved
round him.
climate change in this room. You get a car. You get a car.
You mean Eco Car?
TBA. Now.
So anyway,
Mission Impossible 5.
Mission Impossible 5. It's the first one to go after Ghost Protocol.
That's
Yeah, it's the
perfect.
first one to do that. But it's the first one to be a sequel to any of the Mission Impossibles. The first one to carry on directly after.
Is that what you mean by when he showed the
Part
Kremlin?
Yeah.
The Kremlin was
Gremlins
just...
are in it.
Yeah,
The
Gremlins.
Gremlins.
What time they made the comeback, if you ask me.
The Kremlin's destroyed in
In
the
Ghost
Protocol.
Protocol.
Don't get water on them though.
All
Just saying.
fifty down.
Just saying. Spoiler
It's
alert.
actually after midnight.
All go to
so-
Russia. 'Cause,
Just in case you haven't seen the Gremlins, spoiler alert. On a film that's 30 years old.
yeah.
Something like that.
First one to be a sequel, and it's also possibly the first one to set up almost like an action franchise. I know it sounds stupid with it being the fifth one, but if you look at the first one, that was De Palma making his own film. Second one was John Woo, and I had all John Woo.
And who?
John
John
Woo did Face Off. You can tell because there's doves in Face Off and there's pigeons in Mission Impossible 2.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say like. I thought you could be like, oh yeah, you can tell John Travolta's in both films.
Yes, Mission Impossible 5. So, what does people think about it? What did you like, Gavin? Did you like it?
Wow, that was pretty directed right
That
at
was
me.
a bit-
Thank you
that was
very
a
much.
bit
That was a
aggressive.
bit aggressive. Thank you very much.
I call you aggressive.
I object.
Overruled.
What did I think
You
of it?
wanted to
Mission
Yeah.
Impossible 5.
weigh in.
Damon
So,
Wayans.
my little way in. So it was a lot more of a comedic role for Tom Cruise in one of his Mission Impossibles. He's not exactly action man in this, even though
I see
No,
him
he's-
hanging off the side of a plane.
we did, yeah.
That is true.
And he did do
have
that
fun.
8 times as well. 8 fucking times.
Apparently,
Pretty
apparently,
hardcore.
he had to get special contact lenses made because even just the smallest particles of dirt flying into his eye would have blinded him.
Let me rephrase that. Right? He's
Yeah.
not just an action man. He's actually a quite a funny guy.
He has no testicles. He's action man.
He's actually Action Man that comes with a plane that you have to buy separately.
And no testicles.
Getting that fair with Barbie. I think that's what happened, right?
Spoiler alert, Ken. So,
I don't think that his role was that comedic though. There was bits and pieces of comedy coming from Tom Cruise, but the whole thing wasn't very comedic from him.
You don't think so? Not
No,
even like
I
the
think-
playoff with Simon Pegg's role, no?
I mean, there was that partnered with it well, but I just think Tom Cruise he had his funny bits, but I kind of think he reserved himself to be more
I love
action
that Simon Pegg was playing Halo 5 already.
Oh, yeah.
before it's out.
Before it was even out.
Before it was even-
He's good.
Oh, the product placement in that film is scandalous.
It is, but I mean,
drinking his Pepsi Max.
Take it to the max.
I don't know if you noticed it, but we've been in preparation. We've been watching the rest of the Mission Impossible films back to back for the last couple of days, and one thing I noticed, it's a different director for each film. So the first one was Palmer, second one was Wu, the third one was J.J. Abrams, and the fifth one was Brad Bird, and this new one was I always forget his name. I think something like Macquarie.
Can I interrupt? J.J. Abrams.
Yes.
Did the third one.
What is he doing? What's his newest project?
Star Wars.
Star
Wars.
Is that it?
He also did Star Trek and Lost.
Didn't he do
and
Revolution
He's
as
done
well?
Fringe.
That one
He
TV
did.
show.
He didn't do my Fringe.
Tell sister.
It's got no flares in.
Someone get JJ on the line. Damn it, JJ.
Yeah, and it's each director's film. Like I was saying, John Woo. You got the pigeons. You've got the dancing. So all these 5 films.
John Woo's the wired fighting and stuff like that. You can tell that it was one of his films.
Yeah, in fact, I think he
What's
even
the
John Woo nods back to Palmer's in the first one, where the scene where he's the famous one where he
drops from the
drops
vent
down,
and
and
he goes all the way
he has
down.
like 3 options. Three.
That seems to be the
goes to that.
default clip you pick.
Yeah,
It is.
Yeah.
Whenever Mission Impossible talked about.
But there was that one, and there's also a new spoiler alert scene where he drops down again.
Again? Oh,
Again.
rehashing old crap.
Yeah.
First of all, there's the bit with the Kremlin,
Yeah.
the Gremlins, the
Not
Kremlin.
the Gremlins.
And then you've got the nod to the first one, the second to last scene-ish, where he's like being chased.
Was it through
Tom
the
was-
London?
Yeah, they were in the alleyways.
Yeah.
The colour was very Brian De Palma. It was lit, like backlit.
Yeah,
like
yeah,
Brian De Palma, and it was sort of a nod to the end scene. Sorry, not the end scene. Yeah, the end scene in Mission Impossible 1,
Yeah.
where he finds out, who's the real bad guy and all that
Yeah,
sort of stuff. And also, they go back to the same train station from Mission Impossible 1,
Is that
when
confirmed?
Simon confirmed, #confirmed.
Is that the one in Vienna?
No,
No,
in
it's
London.
in London.
Oh,
Where in Mission Impossible 1, he's on the BT phone because it was
Station,
1996, and then on this new one, they're just in a Costa
Yeah.
because there's no BT phones anymore. And then Simon Pegg gets.
but there was
Kidnapped, yeah.
There's that other nod, wasn't there, where they're talking about, spoiler alert, breaking into that big like water tank thing where
Oh yeah.
and he's like, is there a ventilation shaft?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like no ventilation
And he's
shaft.
like,
No, sorry.
should I use the mask?
And
he's like,
they
"You
both
can't
look
use
at
the
each other
mask."
and they're like, is there like ventilation shaft?
And then the nod to Woo was the BMW spinning around and taking out all the motorbikes, like in Mission Impossible 2, where he's sort of dancing with the woman, Thandie Newton.
Yeah.
In the second one, where they're like, and they almost die off the edge of the cliff.
Oh yes,
Sort of
yeah.
motorbike.
The third movie, Mission Impossible, wasn't that good?
I feel like there was.
Yeah.
Maybe that was no nod.
No, that's probably
no,
why.
that's-
Yeah.
I feel like
More
the
of
whole
a shake.
thing
Didn't get
where
an
More of a shake.
he's like using himself as the body shield because they can't kill him.
Yeah, like that at the end. I was sort of coming up to the end.
Yeah,
with
I feel
Simon
like
Pegg's
that-
character.
I feel like
Spoiler
I've seen
alert.
that from somewhere else before.
There's also a nod to Lethal Weapon 2.
Oh, he's getting too old for this shit.
Well, that bit, because he's like 53.
Mm.
But also, do you know
Is this?
the bit
Yeah.
where
It's all
Mel
good.
Gibson is hanging up in, I think it's Lethal Weapon 2, and he's on the boiler.
Yeah.
And,
yes.
Hashtag boiler alert.
letting off some steam.
Oh!
And what's his face?
Where
Mel
he's-
Gibson
where he's getting punched.
kicks him in the face and then escapes. there's that bit, and he goes sort of. It's hard to explain. It's on his shoulder, but he's backwards, and he's shimmying up the pipe
with his feet.
Yeah.
So what do you think of the film, Kieran?
I think it was good, like, for the majority of it, but I don't know, I feel like for a spy film, there wasn't very much gadgets. Like, that's what I kind of like about spy films, because Kingsman had it with their spies.
Yeah.
And, you know, James Bond has his spy equipment.
No, not for the last two films. He hasn't.
Thing is, that's Daniel Craig. I don't like Daniel Craig.
Yeah.
He's a loser.
Alright, I've heard these.
Oof. If Daniel Craig's listening,
but
I'll fight him.
Oh my!
But to be fair, this new James Bond film has got a few gadgets on his car. I've seen a few little clips where he's got a flamethrower on the back. Why would you have a flamethrower on the back of your car?
Why wouldn't you?
Of all the... What, 2015?
Yeah.
The best gadget you got was a flamethrower.
I think they've gone back to like the old school Bond, where that's all he could actually put on there.
See, that was... I like the old school Bond, but Mission Impossible, there was a few cool gadgets, like the whole, spoiler alert, the USP like drive, that was actually the lipstick. I thought that was rather inventive.
Which you can actually get probably online.
I know, I'm always carrying my lipstick USB.
Oh, yeah.
Or the flute, that was the sniper.
That was amazing.
That was really
pretty good, yeah.
Like, she checks it, she goes over it, she's like, it's all good. But what she didn't realise is she helped assassinate the president of Austria, or whatever they're called.
What about you, Mick? What do you think of the film?
Yeah. Sorry.
What about that one bit where...
The one bit...
Refresh my mind, where Tom Cruise does that.
He was in the scene.
Yeah.
And he was running.
Yes.
Yeah. I especially like the run.
You were telling me earlier, weren't you, Mick, that you thought that was a bit action set piecey, as in it just went from action set piece to action set piece to action set piece, and there wasn't.
I feel like it was just plugged together.
Yeah, just sort of cut.
Yeah.
Where there was the car scene,
there was no flow,
the inevitable heist scene,
of course.
To cut in with this, I agree. I thought it was very action bit, so it's just action, bit of plot, action. Yeah. It's like it was all just very cut
like Marvel films. They've got the formula.
And
do you not find this film has got quite a story to it? Anyway, it's gone back to like Mission Impossible 1.
I think it's the one with the most plot.
Yeah, when you go like from Mission Impossible 1, that had a story. That was story based. Mission Impossible 2, more actiony. 3, a lot of action. 4. Again.
What I don't understand about Mission Impossible 1 is everyone knows John Voight is a bad guy in no matter what film he's in.
Any film.
So why the hell did Tom Cruise not know?
Well, you know, he was young.
It's like when you watch like a TV show, like a detective TV show or something.
Like True Detective.
Like True Detective.
And you see an actor who's not in it before,
yeah,
and you know the actor, so you're like, well, obviously he's in it.
Yeah, Sean Bean. He's gonna die.
Turns out he's in it. Oh, okay.
Sean Bean had a spy show, and he's not dead in his own spy show yet. However, got cancelled.
So technically he's dead.
so technically, yeah.
He didn't just die. He killed everything. He killed the show.
He's not dead. His career is.
I think Sean Bean's quite a good actor.
He is.
I'll say that.
He's quite sharp.
Ooh. I don't get it.
Good. Don't ask. You don't want to know. You don't want to know.
No.
I'm an oil man, you see, and I play Minecraft, but all the time me mining gets me coal or diamonds. I'm an oil man. What am I supposed to do with that?
Right. So, essentially, I think officially can call 2015
the year of the spy.
Took my glory.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Oh, you
glory,
took his punchline.
whole love.
Oh, can we all take 1 minute to just shake our heads at Gavin?
Just 1 minute though. No, you can.
That's why Hitler started World War II.
So there's 5 films out there I think are spy films already. So first one, Kingsman.
I mean, you think the spy films are spy films?
No, they are. No, they are.
They're that secretive.
Don't Inception me. Kingsman.
Yes.
What was it called? King Service?
Kingsman.
something.
In Service of the King or something.
No.
Right. Anyway, Kingsman, Spy.
Yep.
The film Spy.
Comedy.
It's a spy
Starring
film.
Jason Statham.
Yes, Jason Statham was amazing in Spy.
It was really funny,
You
actually, to be
have,
fair. You gotta give him that.
What was the other spy film out? Oh, we've got Mission Impossible 5, MI5.
Yeah.
Never heard of it.
The end of the year, we've got James Bond coming out.
Da-da,
Da-da, da-da.
Have you seen the fan theory about James Bond?
What's that?
That it's like
I don't want to see the fan fiction pictures.
No,
James Bond, no.
the fan theory says that
Craig on Craig.
James Bond is actually a code name like 007, and that's why
Oh,
they can
yeah.
change the actor because it's a different person every time who is James Bond.
People think too much into these films.
It's like in North Korea when you become the head of state. You've
What,
always
Kim?
been the eternal leader, just only when the other one died.
Wow.
Why
Political with that shit.
why don't you like Daniel Craig?
Daniel Craig.
Just interested
Kieran.
to know.
Just Kieran. Because I've never seen any other Daniel Craig films. I've just only seen
Not
him.
seen Layer Cake?
No,
Hail
No?
the Dragon Tattoo.
no,
No.
never seen any other Daniel Craig films.
Golden Compass.
No,
He was not in that.
He was.
but the thing
Very
is,
sure.
Isn't that
Never seen Tomb Raider.
no,
You really? You have not seen
I've not seen the
Tomb
old
Raider?
ones.
Wow,
to
okay.
be fair, I haven't either.
He's only young.
You ever been to Wallasey?
Is
Yeah,
that where the
well.
walls are from?
Have you ever
As well.
drank Bailey's from a boot?
No.
Bailey's in boots.
I know a guy called Bailey.
Was he in boots?
Shout out to Bailey in Huddersfield.
Make sure we cut that.
No, we'll keep it, don't worry.
No, but yeah, I think he just hasn't been right for the role. I mean, I know James Bond has to stay as a British kind of actor.
He doesn't.
I don't
What?
think he does.
It's only been
Wait,
in one
what's-
American
Well, no, he
thing.
doesn't. No, he
Kinda
doesn't.
think he
No,
does.
have any American actors?
No, Pierce Brosnan wanted to be American since day dot.
Pierce Brosnan is Irish.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, but
right.
he's British,
Sean
like-
Connery was Scottish.
At the end of the day, he's a
British
British.
as well, yeah.
I
At the end
British, I thought you said English.
He is British,
Apologies,
but
I wasn't listening.
I assumed English.
Bring
I'm
for the
not
British.
assumed.
I'm not even listening to my own podcast.
No, but like, yeah, the James Bond has to be a British actor. So, and he's just changed it. I think he was the one who petitioned as well for the martini thing to be changed to a bottle of Heineken. I mean,
I think that's more to do with like monies.
no,
more
but
than anything else.
that-
I think.
just use a branded martini thing.
That might
Or
be
Heineken
just-
come to you going, I'll give you £1 billion if you put this in your film. Or
There was
Martini
a
go,
thing about James
"Shake
Bond
me."
and the phones they use. I think it's Samsung, was it?
Is it?
Maybe Samsung.
I know Mission Impossible is
There's a big-
Motorola.
There's a big thing about the last one. Really?
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
In Oldham. And they can never get a signal, so why are they fucking using them?
Not a good advertisement. Not the best product placement, is it?
Yeah, you know, Daniel Craig, he's a loser.
Wow.
I
That's
think
harsh.
the original Bond in the books. I don't think he drank martini in that.
No, the original.
And he was blonde in the book.
See, these
Who's
James
what?
Bonds now, these James Bonds like from Quantum of Solace.
Quantum of Solace!
Isn't that a remake as well of one?
What was the first one?
Casino
Was it
Royale.
Casino
Casino Royale, yeah.
Quantum of
Which
Solace,
also came out the last
Spectre.
time
Yeah.
Mission Impossible film was out.
It did.
Fact.
It did.
Conspiracy.
Casino Royale.
Last year in the Spy.
All these that Daniel Craig's been in now, it follows the book a lot more than the actual older films.
I want to ask you one question. Gavin. Have you read the book?
No.
I knew that was going to be the question.
No.
And I knew that was going to be the answer.
But
But-
do we come to action films for the books?
No.
We come to action films
I don't even
for
go
the
to
nice ladies.
I don't even go to
and the
libraries for the books.
No, I read on a generic website that it follows the book.
Geriatric.
Pediatric.
I'll be fucking geriatric by the time this is finished.
Gynecologist.
Year of the Spy then.
Year of the Spy, yeah. So, Kingsman, Spy, that one film called Spy. Spy Kids.
It's a thing, right?
Sister Act 2, Back in the Action. Mission Impossible 5, James Bond. There was another one, I think.
Who's Kingsman? Spy.
No, The Man from
Mission
Uncle.
Impossible.
The Man from
The
Uncle,
Man
that's
from
it.
Uncle.
Who Tom Cruise originally was going to play.
And he
the main
takes it on
character,
to do this.
to do Mission Impossible.
Damn
5.
it, Tom, not again.
Is it Michael Fassbender doing that?
Never
I've
heard
seen a
of him.
billboard today for about half a second.
I
And it
always
looked like his
assume
face.
it's Jude Law when I see any British actor.
British actors or
It's like when I
Jude
see
Funny,
For
somebody
who, like
has-
what role, or
Funny, somebody
so
has a
there's two
mobile
characters
device.
in it.
there's the KGB guy, and then isn't it Henry Cavill who's being like the British or the American?
Oh, Jude Law.
intelligence? Jude Law.
Oh, that British guy.
British guys.
British actors in
Pierce
all
Brosnan,
films
isn't
or
it?
British guys then.
The one British actor.
So if we were to rank all the Mission Impossible films
From what? From.
from 1 to 5, because there's only 5.
I would rank them in
Okay.
numerical order.
Would you?
Go on.
If I was putting them on a DVD shelf,
What about
I
alphabetical
would
order?
have them 1, 2, 3, 4.
Whereabouts in quality order then?
Oh, well, that's a completely different question.
Well, that's a question that's been asked.
That is a question that I would have to.
I think if I was to pick them,
Okay.
and it's going to be controversial.
Okay.
Woo is not number 2. Woo's number 1 for me.
Yeah.
And then I would go probably 5, 4, 3, and then 1. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thunderbirds all go.
Really?
I just think the Woo one is more. I could watch that film over and over again and not get bored of it. I
It's
think.
the right mixture of storyline and action.
Plus, it's got the Limp Bizkit music in it. Here, we rate things by Whoopi Goldberg.
No, we don't.
Yes, we do.
How many Whoopies?
Yes, we do.
I'm not saying whoopee.
If Whoopi Goldberg's listening and she's available Saturday night, you know, I'm available. I'm available. I'll deliver pizza. Hashtag me feast.
If you're getting me free pizza, I might be available Saturday night.
Hashtag fiery fiesta. How many Thandie Newtons do we do it out
How
of?
many Steve Buscemi's clearing rubble?
Steve Buscemi's.
Yeah.
I vote for Steve Buscemi's.
I know. How many
Buscemi's
Jeff
debris.
how many Jeff Fuel does it melt steel beams are we rating this out of?
How many Buscemi's out of 10?
Buscemi's debris.
Buscemi's debris.
Out of 10.
Have you done it out of 10?
Yeah. Mick, what do you vote this out of 10 Buscemi's debris?
6.5 Buscemi debris.
Well, you went 0.5.
0.5. I went there.
Okay.
I'll go there again. Don't mistake me.
Okay.
I'll go 0.7 if
Alright.
you need.
Alright. So, yeah.
That's just how I roll.
Okay.
Keyron. Buscemi's debris out of 10.
Buscemi's debris out of 10. 8.
That's like a 4 out of 5 stars.
No, but in my terms, it's not an 8. In my terms, it's probably something like, I don't know, a 5.
We all just heard you say 8.
No, but
this is being recorded, you know.
It was half
Don't lie to
good.
me.
It was half good. That's how I look at it.
It's half good.
Half good.
So
Wouldn't
how
that be
many
5 out of 10?
how many Buscemi debris do you rate it?
Buscemi debris. 8. That's actually a 5.
An 8, that's actually
Just
5.
say
I'm no mathematician, but
Pick a damn number.
These kids
5.
today.
5 Buscemi debris
Thank
out
you.
of 10. That's actually an 8.
I like the way you got that in right at the end, little whisper. It's actually 8. Sander,
Yes.
Buscemi debris out of 10.
I'm gonna go old school with this. No points. No 5s, which are 8.
It's a classic.
I'm going 7. Solid 7.
Solid 7.
Could have been better.
Solid snake.
Could have been worse. But I think it's a solid 7. Gavin.
Yes,
Where is she?
How many Buscemi debris would you rate this film?
I'd agree with Sander. 7.
7.
Yeah.
So if we can tabulate it,
Apparently, this
think
film
that-
is not too bad.
I think that would average out to 6.5. I'm not saying I'm a genius or something, but
I think I know where black holes come from.
screw you, Hawkins. I'm the daddy now.
And on TV news, Ed Sheeran to star as a deadly and ambitious character in the blood-soaked epic Bastard Executioner. Teddy Sears as Jake Garrick in 10 episodes of The Flash Season 2. New Flash and Arrow gear, see what you think, it's on our Twitter, at TBA_now. The Punisher's coming in season 2 of Daredevil. Night Nurse has been cut out of Daredevil for a future role in a movie. Oh, sad news, folks. Season 8 could be the last season of Game of Thrones. But good news, there might be a prequel series coming. Negan for the end of The Walking Dead season 6 and beginning of season 7. Just a rumour, folks.
So this week maybe we'll talk about Smite.
The game by Hi-Res Studios.
I don't know. Is that what the studio is?
Yeah.
What else do they do? Do you know? Or?
No. I think the most popular game. I think the most popular game is just Smite, but I don't know. There are other games available.
Oh, that was good.
So I didn't know, but you told me this. Smite used to be on the PC.
Yeah, it started on the PC as a strong MOBA, for those who don't know, multiplayer online battle arena. But it has recently been ported over to the Xbox One.
But it's not actually released yet on the Xbox, is it?
No, it's only in beta. There was a recent update for it that added a bunch of other stuff.
Anything cool?
Yeah, new skins, new maps, looking good.
Cool. What about the heroes, the titans, the gods, the myths,
champions,
the legends, what are they called?
I think they're known as champions, but I might get that wrong. Who knows?
Well, if you get it wrong, then you will be sued.
We'll fix it in post.
Yeah.
But yeah, they added a few new ones that I don't know how to pronounce because I am nor Greek or Roman.
Like Thor.
No, like
Cupid,
Zeus, them ones.
Kali.
No, but they added a bunch of different new champions, so hopefully it'll diversify the game and make it slightly better.
What I really like about the game is you can be really in depth with when you're buying all your stuff, and you can really customize it to what you want to do. But then if you don't want to do it, you just want to play it for 5 minutes, you can just put the autos on and you can just go around and it'll buy you stuff for you.
Yeah, so it's good for the noobs of it, and it's also good for advanced players.
Yeah, and it gives you the freedom to make any build your own, so you can make your character completely different to another person.
Yeah.
See, now I've only played it on the Xbox, and at the moment it's a bit weird when you're playing on the arena because you all start off in a 0 level, but then sort of rank up as you're playing through the actual arena. But what I want to see on the Xbox version is if you can get an actual person, actual god that you can level up yourself and go into the arena as a level whatever with your special attributes. You know what I mean? Instead of having to start over from the beginning again whenever you start.
Yeah, but I can see what you mean, where your problem is with that, but because it is only the beta, it's probably better that everyone does start at 0 because you can be passing the pad around with a bunch of people.
Everyone gets the first go of it, or else getting battered by all the deletes.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that's what
I think there is a thing though in it where you get fans.
Fans?
And the more fans you get, the more things you can buy in the game while you're going along.
Oh, that's when you're playing Conquest and stuff like that.
No, it's like anything.
Is it?
Yeah, if you play one specific champion,
and
you get fans for that specific champion, and if you level up that champion, you can buy extra things. I think after a while.
So extra things that you can put down instead, extra power ups or whatever like that. You can go on.
Extra weapons as well.
Oh, okay.
Like champion specific items and stuff.
Yeah.
Or weapons and that.
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't see that. I haven't played it that much.
Yeah. I think it's because we pick a different champion every time.
Yeah, a bit. Yeah.
Much info.
But there is a decent range of them, so it does encourage you to try a different champion every time.
This is a squeaker-free zone.
I like the individual skins though, because Ares, since he's the god of war, he has war-themed skins.
Oh, you mean when you pick him? And then it's
you have the choice to pick a theme skin for him, where he's in commando gear. So it's you couldn't get that with Thor.
Does that add anything to it though? Is it just a costume change in Mortal Kombat?
It is just a costume change in Mortal Kombat, but it's cool to see because like it'll open up the battlefield and just be like, we saw like a Zeus earlier and he had a shield that was the Xbox logo.
Oh yeah,
which is a good little nod to Xbox, I think.
Yeah, especially if you all picking the same god as well and you've seen the same thing over and over and over again.
Yeah, screw you, PlayStation players.
I wonder if then you can create your own skin then. If they're gonna add that would be cool.
I think there was something similar for that because recently, a few years ago at E3 when Smite was PC exclusive, they had a kind of area where they were just handing out free skins, but they were E3 exclusive skins. So I think they created those skins for themselves.
Oh, right.
And to players, yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's cool. So you can get promotional skins?
Yeah, promotional skins and stuff. So
like if you pre-order it or whatever.
Yeah, it would be cool, like, to have fans create their own skins and, like, make the gods their own.
Well, I, just to, like, tell people what it's like, you said it was a MOBA, right? I think it's like Call of Duty meets Diablo.
You think so?
I think so, because it's customizable, but you've got the same sort of set character every time.
Moving turret game, I think, yeah. I liked it.
Almost defense tower.
Yeah, defense tower, yeah. Like, but obviously you're a moving turret. Like, you can either go for the actual players in the game, or you can just stop all the minions from getting into your portal.
Yeah.
Well, that's only on
Arena,
like, but Conquest is obviously a little bit different. You've got
yeah,
guardians
that's
that you
what I
have to
about
kill.
Arena as well, because you don't just have to fight the other players online. You can concentrate on the little minions.
Well, you got like support and stuff like that as well, or you can actually just go up front and batter them.
See, it's cool because the way, like, I know the terms, it's like far, mid, and opposite far, so you can choose, basically it's 3 different lanes, so in the lanes, different things could be happening, so there's like monsters that you can kill for different buffs, like quicker speed or more mana.
Oh, the alleys.
Yeah, so, but like mid is where most people tend to meet to fight, so if you go around one of the far lanes, you can kind of like get the jump on
them.
Yeah, you can get the jump on them or attack their like troops and stuff, and you know kill their forces and help win the game.
Kill Dida.
Exactly.
The only thing that lets the game down really, it hasn't got a single player.
What do you mean?
You haven't got a single player storyline.
Yeah, and you kind of like, if you want to learn more about the gods, you have to like look for the lore for them yourself. So it's like,
oh yeah, it's kind of like a trading game though, isn't it? Like a trade card game, because you can actually buy packs of gods and stuff like that as well.
Yeah, so that kind of adds to it, but it doesn't feel like it's natural. Like it like story wise, like you just pick whatever one looks the coolest. It's like there's no backstory to these people, unless you already know, like, you know, Thor, you know, God of Thunder and whatnot.
Yeah.
So
I'm sure Kali had 8 arms, not like 4.
Yeah, there was actually some controversy over that when the game first came out, and they forcibly had to change it because I think she's a Buddhist god, and some people took offence to the fact that she was in a game.
Oh, come on, it's
so
just a
they
game.
changed it.
So what?
So it's like they kind of got rid of more arms, and it's like when she was first released, she was really over-sexualized, so they changed that as well.
Typical Buddhists.
Them over-sexualized Buddhists. Smite's good, Smite's not.
Would you recommend?
I give it a star rating of 3 for now, because it's only the beta, and obviously I know it'll probably upset a lot of PC gamers, but I'm not yet to play it on the PC.
Do you mean like politically correct gamers? Or...
Yeah, no, PC, as in personal computers.
What about PC gamers?
PC, what's a PC?
What about
PC
PCP gamers?
PCP gamers. You don't want to know about them much. I'd probably say 3 out of 5 on.
I wouldn't say that.
Yeah, I'd say 3 out of 5 on the
2
the
at
Xbox.
most.
Maybe like if, on a scale out of 1 to 10, I'd probably rate it at a 6 to 10 because.
Okay, we'll stop it. Right, go 6. Come on.
Yeah, 6 out of 10.
Wait, are we doing it out of 5 or 10?
10. No. Star.
I'd say 4 then.
For
Yeah, because I've played so much better better
mm,
betas than that in the past. I know it was free.
okay, I'll
but
give it a 4 as well. Actually, to be
like the
fair,
Halo beta.
it is. It's a good game, but it's a lot of same
It's very
play,
repetitive. isn't it?
repetitive. Yeah,
And it's a lot of work to be able to be good at the game. Like,
yeah.
there's
true.
so much trial and error in finding your champion.
Mm,
So, and with the amount of champions, it takes forever to find one that you like.
yeah.
So too much choice, if anything.
Yeah.
Okay then.
Well, that's if we take the contabulation to 3-star.
All you gaming fans, you're in for a treat after this. Kieran's coming up with the game news.
Star Wars Battlefront has added a new game mode where it's 10v10 deathmatch. A 20-player deathmatch seems rather hectic. There will be a new Battlefield game by the same producer as the Star Wars Battlefront game in 2016. The Worms developer is helping on a Yooka-Laylee, which is the spiritual successor to Banjo-Kazooie. Zombie U, the Wii U exclusive, will be ported over to PS4, Xbox One, and PC. Kevin Conroy would absolutely do a Justice League game. This comes in light of stills that were released of a Superman game. Connection, maybe? Drugs tests will come for professional gamers in tournaments, and Fallout 4 was nearly complete before its release.
And that's it for this week on To Be Announced Now podcast.
Join us next week when we'll have Fantastic Four, Rare Replay, and more Fallen Skies. That's goodbye from Xander.
Goodbye from Gavin.
Goodbye from Kieran.
Mick had to go because it was past his bedtime.
Okay, bye.
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 Get over here!
Hadouken!